Man, I had so much fun today, guys. I'm gonna do this again, by the way. We're both gonna do this again. Oh,
Yay!
Nzinga, man, there's so many books in here, guys. So many stories to tell. Nzinga is in the mix. Nzinga and I and Pearl own the modeling agency. West.
Hey,
Fuck,
you've
guys.
done things, David.
If the day I tell people what I did with my money, guys, fuck.
You are such a hustler.
But I've had fun. I had fun.
You
I think I'm gonna have more fun with my wife and kids, older friends, and no more plastic. That's important. So, but my point, Thenjiwe, was all these projects that you wanna do.
mm.
When people don't even fucking post about your show that you've booked and paid them for, then there's a problem.
Hey, they don't. And you know what's even worse? Thenjiwe will say, "I David Gaumin, I have a lot of following, so you can't pay me like comedian F because I've got a lot of following." And then I don't tell my following to come to the show. What's the point? I'll be wanting to be paid more because apparently I have a following, but I'm not telling my following to come to the
Yeah,
show.
and it hurts both people. It hurts you. It hurts the person you booked. It doesn't do anyone a favor.
And then people start thinking that the audience likes certain comedians more. It's because that comedian told their audience they're going to be
Yeah,
performing. When I
yeah,
didn't tell your audience.
yeah. And Skumba was an example of how Tembisa people would follow him everywhere,
Mm.
or a Tembisa audience would follow him
But
everywhere.
if they didn't know he was performing, they wouldn't come.
No, they wouldn't. So it's these are all things that I said. Some people have no clue what they're doing. And unfortunately, some things you either learn, you learn by the skin, but that just means you learn
Yep.
from pain,
Yep.
from the pain of when you
Born.
realize what you didn't do. Yeah. So it's
Nangutabang ER at a comedian said, "I have a big following and I must pay them extra to share on Insta." Yep. And you'll find that that comedian has not even been booked for 6 months. Yeah, but these Insta followers, guys, are a lie. Just like now, we have 60 people. How many people do we have together on Insta? We should have at least 100,000 watching. Same thing for shows. They don't come. They do not come.
But guys, I
We
don't
all
know
have
if people
hundreds of
know.
thousands of followers. None of us can do a show with 5,000 people.
But guys, some people buy followers, right?
That I think that just that petty.
No, some people do buy followers.
Ish.
No, I mean, especially people who live on, like, not even like making a living, but people who feel the need that, you know, when they wake up in the morning, Instagram has to, what's the word, Zinga, that I'm looking for? English is
Some
running away.
comedians insult you in the name of cracking jokes. It's really belittling but maybe I'm just oversensitive. I know
No, I saw.
that's not my type of comedy. Like we were talking about it earlier, which you don't even know the reason someone has bought a ticket to come and see a comedy show. You don't know what they're going through and what they've gone through just on their journey to the venue. And when are you
Yeah.
making fun of them? But there are some
No,
comedians who
look,
are so good in that skill, who are so good at not making fun of people, but laughing together. But not
yeah, no,
every
there's a
comedian can
difference.
get away with it.
Yeah, no, Nzinga says people are sleeping because it's 1 a.m. So obviously Nzinga, that's because we started at 10 p.m. So we've
Oh my
been
God,
here
it's
for
1
more
a.m.
than,
already.
yeah, no, it's 1 a.m. We've been here for 3 hours.
And language justice, that's yesterday's apps that generate followers.
No, it's it's out, bruh. It's a war out there, guys. I spoke to another
Everything
friend.
is bought these days. Even awards are bought.
Yeah,
I
no,
shall not comment on that because they shall say I'm a hater.
Well, we'll see if it's the time slot. Tomorrow at 12, I'm going to talk to Mapaseka Kweti.
Mm.
So we'll see
And
if the Instagram people are up. I mean, 12 o'clock during the day. Well, you'll be sleeping,
David,
Change.
what
You'll
do
be
you think of
sleeping.
awards? You know
I
how
mean, I don't give a shit, Shem. I don't know
companies
why. I,
will
I won't
say,
even waste your time. I don't give a shit about
David, we are
awards.
nominating you, get votes. Or you don't want to talk about awards?
No, I'm saying I won't even waste your time. I don't give a shit about awards. Because, like I said, 22 years, there were no award ceremonies and there were no Comics Choice Awards or
I mean, I'm more
any
worried about
award
who
that
makes the money. I'm
recognized.
sorry. I love my money coming into my pockets. If I can't ask you guys to give me 3 rands on my GoFundMe, why am I asking you to give your 3 rands to some white man who's going to give me an award that I can go to China City and buy?
So for me, especially for comedy, maybe for acting and directing, but for me, comedy will always boil down to the comedian and the audience.
And we are artists, we are not horses.
Even if I don't
Why
think
must
you're
we
funny,
be competing?
even if I don't think you're funny, Thenjiwe, and there's a fucking audience that thinks you're funny, there's fuck all I can do about it. So
You
equally,
book me
there
for the
is no
audience.
award ceremony or award that's going to convince me or people that actually this person is funny. Look at the award they're having, right? It's particularly for comedy. So for me, having been the guy who was doing everything and had to do everything, I would have had to make my own award ceremony to fucking
And
be
you could
awarded
have.
anything. So, so I don't really,
Also,
if
to
it's
these
there, it's
days,
there, but
everything
I
is
don't.
boring. David, I need to hear this one.
Yeah.
Uti, everything these days is boring. Even sex is boring, shame. Letu, who are you having sex with? Letu, we need to change the person you are having sex with.
Oh my God. I call. No, guys, listen, lockdown has changed our lives. I'm the best thing for me, the time I've spent with my wife and kids, watching people bake and cook, and I'm watching my kids grow up, and my kids are generally just fucking crazy, and they're a lot. So I miss them. I realize I miss them. It's a pity we all had to choose where we are looking down. So I'm not with my mother. My grandmother turned 90 last Sunday. I couldn't see her. We couldn't see her. We couldn't travel to Kronstadt.
And please don't go and visit her because you might be bringing her corona.
No, we won't, especially with the kids, I'm doing the black thing. I'm checking doors are locked. And guys.
Oh, let's go back to that point that we left the other chat with.
Sorry, I'm in rooms in my house. I haven't been in. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but the lockdown is helping you. You are able to go into the rooms you haven't been in.
Hey, guys, I have so much cleaning to do. Hey, one of the episodes I'm doing, I'm cleaning my storage, what used to be my office, my garage, and then I'm gonna turn it into a home studio, turn it into a gaming room.
And please build a set for your talk show.
No, I'm going to. I don't have a choice now. So, yeah, sorry, you were gonna ask me a question.
Someone said they do not watch Nollywood movies because of them being cheap quality.
Yeah, which is not a fair comment, because those movies, one, it's the second biggest film industry in the world after Bollywood, or third. There's Bollywood, Hollywood, and then Nollywood. in terms of volume, right? But this is what people, again, don't understand. The Nollywood movies they are saying they don't like are basically the 30-seater comedy clubs that we used to perform in and try new material. That was Nollywood for us. Because today, those actors are getting Netflix deals that are paying them millions of US dollars.
Millions of US dollars.
Yeah, so it's maybe not knowing or a bit of ignorance, but the comment is not as simple as these movies are low quality, are bad quality, you know.
Because they used what they have to get things done.
Yeah.
Because Tina, we tend to have Hollywood dreams when we don't have a Hollywood budget.
There's a documentary. There's a documentary about a Nollywood director. His name is Lancelot. I forgot his surname. And when you watch the documentary, you can literally follow him making a movie, I think, over 4 days or 5 days. And the actors or the lead is making 3 other movies at the same time.
Yes.
And needs to travel from one set to another in that Nigeria traffic that takes you 3 hours to get from anywhere to anywhere.
Is it on Netflix, the thing?
No, I saw it at a film festival ages ago.
Okay.
And he was there as well. But that gives you an idea of what Nollywood was about and what it was built on. And but I don't know if the person who said that knows the original story of how Nollywood was started, at least the story I've heard, you know. There were people who used to sell empty cassette tapes, video tapes, right? And they would get them wherever and they would sell them. And then they said, fuck, guys, we're just selling these things and they're empty. Let's make movies. Then they started making this low quality Nollywood, what we now know as Nollywood. So that at least when they sell the tapes, they can put...
There's something inside.
Yes. And then they started making this Nollywood horror films and all those witchcraft movies and stuff. And that's how Nollywood began.
Let me tell you a story about a friend of mine. I met her in one of the film festivals. It was actually a film festival in Nigeria. What's that big film festival in Nigeria?
Arif. I was an ambassador for Arif. Africa Rising International Film Festival.
Yep. And you were supposed to come. I remember I even called you saying you are on the posters.
Oh, yes.
That one.
Yeah.
She lives in Knightsbridge in London. Now, guys, Knightsbridge is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the world, not just in London. How she makes her money? She does 2 movies once a year. She goes back to the village where she comes from in Nigeria.
Yeah.
She shoots the cheapest movie using local stories, and her stories are always similar theme, like the Cinderella stories. Girl meets boy, blah, blah, blah. Then it happens. Love, and they live happily ever after. She does 2 movies a year. Uses the same actors, obviously the same crew. And then she sells them on DVD. And she always says that she's not interested in having a third party. She sells them on DVD for $1 each.
Yes.
In her village alone, she sells at least 3 million.
Oh, wow.
And she doesn't care. Like in Nigeria, what's the population? Over 150 million.
Over 180 now.
Yes. So 3 million is nothing.
21 million just in Lagos. Half of South Africa
how much
is in
$1? $1 is about
19 rand.
$1 is about 20 rands right now, ne?
Yeah.
So if when you had done, say you do a police patrol, and each and every person who follows you on Instagram bought it for $1. Nobody's gonna be out of pocket. Instead of you giving it to cinemas where people have to pay 100 rand or 35 rand and buy popcorn and leave the comfort of their home and pay for parking and buy Coca-Cola. They say they buy it from you for $1. How much is that? Already,
remember we spoke about
Instagram
this, right?
alone, you've made 1.5.
Yeah. So remember, we spoke about this and we said, if I have almost over 1 million followers combined, right? If I had to sell anything for 10 rand to all my followers, that's 10 million rands. But fine, let's leave that. Let's leave the million followers. Let's work with 10% of our followers, 100,000.
If every month you had a product to sell to them,
or once a year, it doesn't even matter. But the thing is, when we think, we are not thinking there's 1 million people, or there's 50 million people in South Africa, or there's 30 million black people, you know. And I always say, the first comedy show in this country that's going to be in a stadium is going to be in vernacular. It's not going to be in English.
Never.
It won't be in English, you know. And I'm talking a South African show. So people need to understand what numbers mean and what quality means, right? Blacks only can have thousands of people. I can still lose money in Durbans and Cape Towns and whatever. Ticket price is lower. The number of black middle class people is less in those other cities. It's not like Joburg, right? But we can do 5,000 people in Gugule to paying 100 rand, you know, or in Danzani in the Eastern Cape. It's gonna be a totally different.
Titi, ngicela ukufunda le comment. We kill all the time and our winners die, but they keep winning them. Do they even have a meaning?
Guys, those who don't know Titi is a comedian. I met him as a DJ in Witbank. I don't know what's his handle is, Titi something. So I met him when I did shows in Witbank. And he opened for me in Witbank. He was a breakfast DJ on a radio station there, big show. Fucking killed in Witbank. And at some stage, I put him on Blacks Only at Empress Palace. Yes, then he gets on stage and starts doing some big dick jokes. But if you watch Titi, if you know Titi, if you think Stop Nonsense is small or tiny, Titi is tinier. So imagine someone the size of Titi or Stop Nonsense telling big dick jokes. You know, you look at a person, you're like, but you yourself, you are the size of a dick.
When I first umgaga. That's bad.
And then he worked at he was at YFM for what, a year. I tried to get him a job at another radio station. But he's a funny guy. I saw him in December at Tabang.
And also as a human being, he's a lovely person. His personality, right? Now, umunye, Brandy Collie, uti true. I remember going to a show to watch David in Bram. You dissed me. It was funny as hell. I loved it. That's what we were saying earlier. That some comedians can get away. Because you can tell if it's not coming from
there's a finesse. There's a finesse to it. There's a way of making fun of someone. So my line, where I draw the line has always been, if you are not laughing at the joke, then I won't make that joke. Which is basically how I would choose how to make and when to make fun of politicians and celebrities and. My line was, if you can't laugh at the joke, then I'm not, then it's not funny for me. That's my personal how I decide what jokes to tell and what jokes not to tell.
I love Nollywood movies. They always have a message. That is so true. They tell an African story. Now I love them.
Yeah,
and they have improved, guys. They have improved.
No, they're all going to improve. The nice thing about Nollywood is when I got there in Nigeria, I say to them, you have got 245 languages. You decide you're going to start one more language. You're going to take English, you're going to fuck it up and make up another. So,
That's funny.
but you think about it, guys, that's why I keep saying everybody is going to have to do what they have to do. My next show is going to be shot on this phone that I'm talking to people on. You know, all my
And
Instagram
phones are so
footage
good
and
these days.
YouTube for the past few days or week are all shot on my phone by myself. I'm editing them myself. I had to learn to edit in a day. Yesterday, I learned to edit on a different app. So all this doesn't look nice. This doesn't look fancy. All that shit is gonna end. All that shit's gonna fly out the window, guys. That's why I said when we come out of this, you need to decide what matters to you. If I have 1,000 rand and I need to buy data, I've got a phone, and I need to promote whatever shit I'm shooting for maybe another 100 rand. I'm gonna use my phone. I'm gonna edit this thing myself. You know,
And
I'm
like
gonna
what
put
we
it
are doing
on
now,
YouTube
comedians
and
should take
Instagram
advantage
and
of that because there are also apps where you can record shows from wherever you are with someone who's wherever they are. Like you don't have to be in the same room in order to collaborate.
yeah. So it's that's why I'm saying people need to reach into there. If I think or someone thinks I don't like or watch Nollywood because they're bad quality, there's like fucking 200 million people that watch those things. They don't give a fuck what you think. You understand? So you, as the filmmaker, have to know what matters to you.
Yes. And you must
So
cater for your audience. Guys, let me tell you something. Someone Ohlala Mjondol also wants to be entertained. And to be
yeah,
honest, they do not care about the quality of where they are watching from. Because the reality is they're still gonna go back home by Ulala Pants.
yeah,
So they're not interested in going to Sentin to watch your movie. Make it available for them. Like
yeah.
they're not worried about the things that other people are worried about. They're not looking for Hollywood quality when their lives are not Hollywood quality.
That's why I always say stand-up comedy boils down to a comedian and the audience, right? If you watch Kevin Hart, one of Kevin Hart's shows, I don't not Laugh at My Pain.
Mm.
I forgot which one after that. Not What Now. So the one after Laugh at My Pain, where he says he does whatever, and then he says, guys, now I just have fire for no reason, right?
I remember that.
And then fire comes out on stage, right? When I did the dome, before that, I spoke to an actress friend of mine, but she's like in her 20s, she's young, millennials. And we got talking about stand-ups, like, have you been to a comedy show? No, not really. Why don't you guys go to comedy show? Well, they must be exciting. What are you guys doing? Like, there must be fire. And I did this gag at the dome, right? Where I'm like, I spoke to this chick and she was like, hey, you are doing the dome. What are you doing different? What's going to happen? You must have fire. And then I'm like to the audience, well, I've got fire, right? That fucking fire, Thenjiwe, was 35 grand. Just the fire. For me to say, hey guys, yeah, I spoke to this girl. Then she's like, you guys must have fire. Well, I have fire. And I go and I say, Roddy, I want fire on my next show. And I go fire. And there was vroom.
And it also increases your insurance because now you have fire in the building.
That was 35 grand, right?
Mm.
Then I say fire, and then the guy presses the fire, and the fire doesn't stop. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop, because this shit is costing money. I've got it. It's recorded somewhere because I recorded that show, right? But at the end of the day, I could have told that joke without actually having someone
Fire.
make fire. I could have brought them Baola in the building as a joke, which would have been much cheaper, but funnier even.
Mm.
But because of regulations and what you can do in a building inside, it's not outdoor, all that shit, right? So this is where now as a comedian, when people start watching Kevin Hart and all these other comedians, and the shows are in Madison Square Garden and there's 40,000 people, and then they start having a problem watching local comedy, right? So all these local deals you've read about, all these Netflix deals you've read about, people getting $20 million for shows, right? Seinfeld, $13 million for one show, more than Dave Chappelle, more than Chris Rock per show. Ne? You know where that special was shot? In a fucking comedy club where he first performed, where he was paid $13 million. It was shot in a club, not in a stadium, not in a 50,000 seater, not in a 10,000 seater. It was shot in a club. But that shows you the essence, and the bottom line is you are either funny or you are not, but it doesn't fucking matter what you are wearing,
And then
what alcohol you're drinking.
the same audience
Yeah.
that has demand will pay
Don't wanna
$1,000
pay
for Trevor Noah or Kevin Hart, but we'll say David or Thenjiwe is expensive at 250. And then they come back and say that jokes were not relevant, or they couldn't even understand the accent.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying everybody has to come out of this and use this lockdown and stay home period and whatever. Meditate, think about your lives, think about how you treat other people. You know, and literally one of those, if you died now, like if you have someone to answer to after your life, what the fuck are you gonna tell them? You know, what are you gonna tell your kids and your wife and your family if everybody's called and they're like, hey guys, hey, in petty corona, there's no cure, I'm one of the 5% that are going, you know? What do you say? So I think this is like another chance for everybody, fucking black, white, Indian, colored, Greek, yellow, China, rich or middle class.
Princely Prince. Uti guys, people just want to laugh. We are not about all the fancy frills. Everything else isn't important. That is so true. People just want to laugh. Are you funny or are you not funny?
Yep. All those things are extra. They're nice. But they don't make you funnier. They're nice. You understand? But they don't make a comedian funnier. There's bad feedback. Hey, put on earphones, David. Okay, let me put back my... I thought they were running out of battery because they keep making...
Okay, I'm back. Hope the feedback is gone. It could be my phone is tapped.
I look at... Tina, we don't support our own shame. We just need to support
but see,
our own.
Thenjiwe, the thing
and then
is,
there are countries we
but
can
this is the
never
thing.
move it with. Like in Nigeria.
So Thenjiwe, let me tell you something. So separate Thenjiwe from industry, separate Thenjiwe from actors complaining about producers not paying them and comedians who want to be paid more for their following. Separate yourself from all those people, okay? One, your lockdown is in New Jersey, which is a river across the river from New York, okay? And you were there because you had shows in the States. So separate yourself from industry and separate yourself from being in a group of South African comedians. Do yourself that favor, right? When you say people don't support us or people don't support them, that's not true. You have 30,000 subscribers on YouTube and you've got your own followers on Twitter and Facebook, and I'm telling you, there's another comedian who's sitting thinking, fuck, if I had what she has. You understand? So your focus must not be on the people that won't pay 1,000 rand or 250 rand for your show. It's the fucking people that pay. That's why I said to you, if 1,000 people all tweeted David is not funny, and I have 800,000 followers, okay? If one person tweeted,
I have seen, Thenjiwe, the thousands of people that come to my shows. I've seen them. I've taken a picture with every single one of them. And those are the people that matter to me. I know I reply every single fucking Twitter message, mention, Facebook, Instagram. I might not reply right now, but if I go to my Facebook now, because now there's iMessage, there's Facebook, there's a page, I don't even know which one is which. I reply my happy birthday wishes from last year, and my birthday is in 11 days. But I will reply them eventually. Those are the people that matter. The people that are in this. For me, if every night we spoke to 100 people, that's a lot of fucking sold out shows for most people in the world. If we could speak to 100 people on our phones without leaving our house. It's a tutorial, it's a lecture, it's a talk show, you know? If we can save it and another 100 or 1,000 watch it the next day, those are the people that matter. This is why I said to you, whether you have 1 million followers or 5 million, 4 million followed you because you're on TV. They don't even fucking know what you do for a living. They've never been to a theater. They've never watched.
They follow a character. The character get mad when
Yes,
people group them as a character name.
They're followers. That's exactly what they are. I know half of the fucking people in this live broadcast. You understand? Some I follow. If people ask me to follow them back, I follow them back. You understand? Some comment every day. I reply or send a like or whatever. And that's what builds those 1,000 or 500 or 10,000 people that every fucking show you do, every t-shirt, every tracksuit or beanie, every fucking pencil or Christmas party you are doing or selling, those people are showing up and you can live with those people. So that's why I said the one thing I like about my following, I had that following. I was not on radio, I was not on TV for literally the duration of social media since it started, except an interview here, an interview there, and when I did my show on SMC 3 years ago. So my following is not, I saw this person on TV and I followed them. It's people that went, I'm following this comedian, David Gow, not a celebrity, or today I'm going to follow all the musicians, so today I'm going to follow all the DJs. So you need to look at the insights in your, and everyone must do this, by the way, whether you're a creative or a professional. If you look at the insights in your Instagram, turn it into a business account if it's not already. I can tell you, out of my 138,000 followers, only 89% are South Africans, or maybe 81. The second most popular country might be UAE or Botswana or US or UK. Can tell you which city in South Africa, what percentage, the age group. My Facebook, I could tell which village in Uganda I have a follower. And I've never even performed in Uganda. So, but that told me if I do a show in Uganda, I can sell 40 tickets or 50 tickets, 100 tickets. If I do a show in Copenhagen, there's 80 people that are already following David Gow. Not because I'm a celebrity or I'm famous, because they know me from being a comedian. So break down break down your followers, your audience, but anybody can do this. You don't need to be a comedian. You don't need to be an entertainer. You know, that's why there's influencers that have 10,000 followers, but they make a living. But all they do is styling or talk about couches. But they have fucking 10,000 people. When they say go buy this couch, 1,000 people are all buying that couch. I don't know if time is up or Thenjiwe's data is up or... Yo, guys, this was deep. Maybe she'll come back and say goodbye. It's 1:30. Funny enough, fuck all sleep, zero. Yesterday I slept. I went to bed 3:20. I didn't sleep at 3:20. I went to bed 3:20. This lockdown is flames. Blessed are those that are locked down with the people they love, with the people they care about. You guys have been amazing. I think let's just wait for Thenjiwe maybe to come back and say goodbye. And nice to see some of you guys. Nice to talk to some of you guys that I know. Love you guys. Love you too. Shout out to all of you guys. I don't even want to call you fans. Thank you for supporting me. Thanks for buying tickets to my shows. I need you now more than fucking ever, because now you're gonna have to buy tickets for shows you're not coming to, and buy our online shows and tickets and my fucking light in the background. Before you all leave, I don't know if Thenjiwe is coming back. Can anybody hear me? I think my headphones are dead, guys. Why? Before Thenjiwe comes back, I know some of you have run out of alcohol, ne? And I don't drink alcohol. But I used to buy a lot of alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, but I used to buy a lot of, and I hear some of you guys, I hear some of you guys have run out of alcohol. It's a pity no one can travel. Alcohol can't travel. I can't transport alcohol. It's illegal. My wife is gonna finish this beaky by beaky. I've got 18-year-old bottles that I bought more than 10 years ago. I've got a 15-year-old bottle that I bought more than 10 years ago. I don't know if that now makes it a 25-year-old. It's a 18-year-old gold label. There's an 18-year-old Glenfiddich I bought more than 10 years ago. People used to come and... Okay, wait, I think Pearl gave me this for my birthday last year. Nzenga, make a plan. Someone gave me a 20-year-old bottle of wine on their birthday last year, right? So it will be 21-year-old bottle. It's 2007. Let me wait. I can't find it. I don't even have a lot of wine, actually. Some of it has been drank. Man, fuck, where's this bottle? I hope it's here somewhere. But anyway, guys. Thenjiwe, you
Listen,
listen.
you are so unfair. You know, right now alcohol is more valuable than gold, and you are showing people alcohol, and you don't even drink.
I had
Why are
to.
you so unfair?
I had to.
You don't even drink, and you're showing people alcohol, David.
Listen, these are some of the things I might have to sell, hey? I
We
might
stock
have to
exchange
sell.
as South Africa uyazi ukuthi alcohol ibiza kanjani.
These are some of the things I might have to sell, bruh. And say to people, listen, I've got a 28-year-old bottle of Glenfiddich.
We are lawyer chef. Right now, people would buy a 6-pack of Savannah for 700 rand. The country is thirsty when I'm showing people alcohol. That's so unfair.
Oh man, you're killing me, eh? This was a good idea. We must do it again. Before
Very good
lockdown.
idea, and I learned so much, and I'm grateful that I'm a comedian. I comment this was so insightful.
But guys, if you all watch this thing for almost 4 hours now, there's no reason why you couldn't watch an hour on YouTube.
Exactly. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channels. Mine is Thenjiwe Comedy. And
mine is Mr. David Cow. I'm worried, guys. I have zero sleep, and it's 1:30.
Lama, I haven't been sleeping. I think I've just been worried. Especially yesterday, I could not sleep. I lost like my last big chunk of stuff. Like my hair is ruined.
No, guys.
All my pimples are cancelled, and you can't even blame people because even businesses are gonna close down after this. Some businesses, even sponsors are like, we have bigger problems.
No, guys, it's gonna be bad, eh? Some of us are a little better off. Some of us are worse off than you people think. Because what you
Some
guys
people are gonna struggle too. I'm sure abanye struggle to rent this much.
No, Joe. You must remember, for some of us, when people are broke, some people have rent and what and their salary that month. For some of us, when we are broke, fuck, I promised my wife I'm gonna wash the dishes. Shit.
And
Yeah.
March is when comedians really start to work. Because January, you know, everyone's broke. Nobody has time for comedy. February, you start with your Valentine comedies here and there. And then end of March is when you really start to work.
Yeah, no, well, a lot of us are fucked. Some of us, remember, when you fuck out in the hundreds of thousands. So,
right now, I wish I had been a diva and told you to book me for blacks only. I need a deposit. Because you would not be getting that deposit back.
My biggest show, the only show that fucking makes me money, a bit of money. You know, when this lockdown thing was coming, and I thought to myself, fuck, maybe I can get away with my show. And then at some stage, I was just like, with myself, I was like, this shit is not happening. And guys, don't promise yourselves anything around the 16th of April, because this lockdown might be extended. It might.
It probably will be
extended.
I mean, it's extended till the end of the month now. And it started before you guys.
It's true. I don't know. At least it's happening around the world, you know? Is there still feedback?
Some places are even postponing it to June.
Guys, is there feedback on my audio?
Also, Pezan, it will be extended.
Hey, Babatla, the headphones.
Extensions will lead to a serious strike. So, I beg you, the strike up. The strike engines in.
Justice has subscribed to both our channels.
Thank you. We appreciate.
Hey, but you must watch, Chief. Go and watch everything.
Yes, at least 10 times.
Data somewhere.
Yes, I've got
3
over
hours 34 minutes, guys. 3 hours 34 minutes is the time we've spent with you guys.
I've got over 900 videos. And
Yo.
I've got so many, over 130 that I haven't even released.
Yo. What the fuck? That
I'm
you shot
always
already?
creating.
Oh my God.
Imagine if you put one video per day for the whole year, how many videos is that? Plus, there's some stand-up comedy, plus the vlogs when I travel. So it's easy. What people don't know, your life is your content. People think
Yeah.
content is when someone employs you and says, do this.
Yeah.
And some comedians do not even understand, and they always think they are being used.
Yeah.
You know, our life on the road is
Back on my headphones, guys. Fuck, guys. I still have to wash the dishes. I forgot about.
Nangu Pezani Uti, he's in Germany, and they've been locked down for 1 month, and they're extending it to 30 April.
You're fucking kidding me.
They've been locked for a month already, and now, which means they're adding another month.
And their rates have gone down. That's with their infection rate having gone down. And they're gonna lock down. No, guys, sizobona masimba kule lockdown, eh?
Oh, Utu General Buffetto, how do you make money in my videos? There are different ways of monetizing YouTube. By watching and subscribing, YouTube pays us some money. But there are also
shit. Yeah, guys, the American internet is worse than South African internet. Hey, batu. Kwenzakalani? Hey. Pezani. Tulu fellow follow. Yo. Tulu is tired of this shit. What are you tired of? What's wrong? You should just expect an extension too. No, we have to expect an extension, sure. Lockdown is here to stay due to people who don't obey the rules. They must lock us down and delete all our debts. Things are getting better in here, but still we can't go out of school. Matlem Zavele is in China. Wow. Matlem Zavele ngini basifakele corona. Yeah. Ina nabo chingpao. Bekumnandi nithi amabet. Ibet iyasichithela nje. Umtrathi twe at a sandwich. Look where we are now. Hey, Matlemza. What are you eating in China? Hey, Matlem, ausitshele. Pipongs, Nokora Lechena, ukuphi David, ndilana. David, cela uze iglass ye-whiskey on our behalf. Please donate 1 bottle as your biggest fans is Cape Town days. Remember, alcohol can't travel, my brother. It can't travel, you know. Do I have a TikTok account? Yes, I have a TikTok account, David Cow Comedian.
I'm back.
I'm back, mama, I'm back.
I'm back. I'm back,
Yes,
I'm
guys.
back, I'm back. This has been very insightful, David. Siyabonga kakhulu.
No,
and
guys.
I hope abantu bafundile.
No, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying. Thanks for spending your data. It's not unnoticed, you know, it's appreciated. Just that
Don't
I'm
forget
realizing
to
the
subscribe
reality,
to our YouTube channel.
my reality of having to wash the dishes. And I stopped my wife, guys. I said, "Ayegela, ziwashaya la madish."
Mm.
And I should have done them then. 5G not going down. Yeah, no, Thenjiwe, American internet is shit. Eh?
It is horrible. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think in a corona bayon.
Oh, there's a Chinese guy here. Eh? Well, not a Chinese guy. There's a South African in China now with us. Who's on now? And I told him they're busy eating our beds and now we're all fucked.
Yeah. You better we will stay safe, please.
Yeah, no.
I follow you everywhere, Sis Thenjiwe. We appreciate the work for you do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
They want to know how you grew your YouTube channel. Is it just a matter of
Consistency.
posting every day?
Yeah, I was very consistent.
And over how long?
Also understanding your audience and what they want.
And over how long?
For me, it was quick to get to 40,000. And I'm now on 85,000. But it took me about 2 years to get to 85,000. And I'm hoping to I want to get to 100,000. I was very consistent and then I stopped. And then when I came back like video every day, like literally a video every day. And also, my South Africans, they watch, but they do not subscribe.
Yeah. And they're killing us.
They are killing us. They don't understand. Subscribe, I think, means it means you have to pay.
But also, guys, it's good for you to subscribe because once you open a profile, you've got your name or whatever channel name that you want, and no one
even
else
if it's for the future.
Yeah,
and also
no one
you
else
get
can
to know
use
when we post, because you can click the bell, and then you get to know when we post. I love you, Thenjiwe. Ubuya nini ku imbewu? I don't know, but I don't like being in soapies full time. I like how I do on Imbewu, just go feature for a few weeks, a few months, and then go back. I would feel like I'm working in a factory shop, like every day, 6 a.m. Yes, comedy, we are like, comedy, your hardest job is when you work an hour, which is not every day. 12 hours every day. I guess such a shame. That's TV.
No,
now
TV
we
is
go
hard.
for an hour, get on stage, perform 2 minutes. Well, not 2 minutes, 20 minutes. You are done.
No, these people don't know. When you're making those movies, you're shooting 12 hours and then I'm producing, I'm directing, I'm moving fucking generators on set. My wife is doing the catering. Like, people don't know the shit that happens behind the scenes, you know?
It's a lot.
When there's no money, so-called no money or budgets or low budgets.
And out of the stuff that you shoot for 2 weeks, you only need an hour. So a lot of the footage you shoot ends up not even making it.
But it's the life we chose, the talent we're blessed with. It's not all bad. You guys make it better.
Yeah, there's this big English here. David, you depict a splendiferous character. And hey, Thenjiwe, I just admire you. Oh, we are learning English here.
Batum.
Yeah, behind the scenes is perfecto. And I think also for comedians, it's very important to learn other skills. Your job should not just be to say jokes. Like me now, I've gone and learned how to edit. I edit a lot of my videos. Obviously, I'm not at a level of editing things that I do for TV. But all my YouTube videos, I edit them myself. It's very important to learn those other skills. Learn how to use a camera. Learn the things that you need in order to create, so that you can create even when you are by yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing my own tutorials as well, because I actually wanted to do like a proper class for comedians or for other comedians. Because some still don't get it or don't understand what the fuck is about to happen to them.
They don't.
So,
like funny
that's it. 14
funny
minutes
is
left.
not going to give you money. you must learn the business side of it. I always tell people, Luguti, the reason there are some poor artists and rich artists is because, and it's called showbiz.
Yeah.
You must understand the show as well as understand the business. So it doesn't matter how great the show is. If the business is rubbish, you're never going to make money. You must have a business model, because you can have something, but then the question is, then how do I sell it? How do I monetize it? It's so easy to find funny people. You can go to a shipping Guamashu right now. Well, not right now, because summer shipping our cities, but you get what I mean. You will find someone who will make you laugh. You can go to a funeral. Well, you can't go to a funeral right now because you need a permit, but you get what I mean. But you can find someone who's funny. Some of the dudes in Parliament are the funniest guys. But what makes you make money as a comedian is the business side of things. So you need to learn other skills.
Yeah, but yo, guys, I wish I could talk to some of you guys, but this thing is gonna cut. I'll check who's still up. I'm drinking rooibos tea with honey. Remember, anything warm fucks with the corona, in case you might have it. A lot of water constantly just means it goes to your stomach and it becomes shit. That's what they don't
And if
say.
people are having more sex thinking because they sweat, it's going to kick corona out. Nangu Brian Bono, I have a question. You guys have a vast pool of network followers, okay? Have you ever thought of using your clout to diversify into other industries? Folk respect you, folks, I mean.
Yeah, of course we have. No, I've been doing that for years. Just that I don't talk about things that I don't need to talk about, you know? But
the fact that you are a writer, you are a producer, it means you're constantly getting new skills and you're doing other things. When you are not on stage, it doesn't mean you are not working. Some comedians only work when they are on stage.
I do some or a lot of business development. People don't know this. So I help other people in their businesses or in growing their businesses.
There's also this thing of, I notice it's even overseas. Comedians who still have other jobs, like comedians who have full-time jobs, are not respected by the industry. What's your take on that?
Well, it's a choice, you know. Skumba obviously worked in his police job for a long time, even after he was quite successful as a stand-up comedian. But he had his own fears of, you know, the security that was coming from the 9-to-5 job that he had to deal with himself. Not for an industry or for me to start saying to him, you must quit your job, you must. For me now, the way the world has gone, even before this corona thing, we all need more than one job. Let's forget about being a comedian or an actor, or everybody needs more than one income. Let's not say more than one job. Everybody needs more than one income. So whether you are a lawyer or a TV presenter or both, or an actor and you can cater in your spare time when you're not on set, naturally, the way the world has gone, people are able to do a lot of things themselves. So I used to hire graphic artists, editors, camera people. I'm in my house now producing content every day by myself. So now my graphic artist has to find something to do. My editor has to find something to do. My DOP has to find something else to do beyond just being a DOP, you know? So people must start thinking about all these things. Obviously, some of the comedians